Hi everyone, today we are going to unbox my new Vitamix Stainless Steel Container. I will share with you what you need to know about the BPA-Free Tritan container versus the stainless steel container so that you know when to use each one. And be sure to watch this entire video because at the end, I'm going to share with you a preview of Vitamix's newest item, the Immersion Blender. Hi everyone, I'm Zanana Rose, nurse and health expert, and this is Natural Living with Zanana, where I share information, tips, and product reviews to help you live a more healthy, sustainable, natural, and non-toxic lifestyle. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. On my channel, I do the research for you so that you don't have to. You are busy, so you don't have time to do the research, and that's where I come in. I share all of the information for you after I've done thorough research on all of the products and information that I share on this channel. So let's get right into it today. We are going to unbox this stainless steel container. This product came out actually a few months ago, so it's a really new item for Vitamix, but the amazing thing is that Vitamix is actually going back to its roots. They actually came out in 1934, I believe, and they traditionally used a stainless steel container. Vitamix actually listened to their customers, and in response to the customers' wishes and desires, they came out with this stainless steel container. It does come with a 3-year full warranty on the product, so that is very exciting. Then on the side, it says, let's make something tasty. Rinse and blend with a quick wash. This product is ready to use straight out of the box. Earn and learn. If you join Vitamix, you can get rewards and points for your purchases and more. It says ask and share. Our customer experience team is ready to help you. It says tried and true. It's durable cookware material preferred by professionals. Of course, they're talking about stainless steel there. Number 2, it's non-reactive. You can blend hot, cold, and acidic and more. It's very, very easy to clean. It's actually dishwasher safe. They say both the container and the lid. I wouldn't really recommend dishwashing the lid, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But number 4 is odor and stain resistant. Because it's stainless steel, it doesn't hold on to odors as long, so you don't have to worry about tasting or smelling your last meal in your new meal. That's especially important if you're gonna make pesto or something like that, and then the next morning you're making a smoothie. Super cool that the stainless steel doesn't do that. It doesn't hold on to stronger ingredients like that. On the back, it just tells us what is included here. We are gonna go over that when we get into the box. The other side has everything I just shared with you in French. So it is ready for people who speak both English and French. So let's open the box. Here we've got a few brochures. This is a little start here brochure. Talks all about how to use it, what order to put things into the blender, just a little quick start guide. Then we have the use and care manual. It looks like a pretty big manual. Welcome to the family, it says. It looks like this is a brochure about their rewards program, so you get a little bit more information on that. Let's dig right into the box. First off, it's packaged with cardboard, which is fantastic. You know I love that. We're all about sustainability around here, so any type of packaging that is sustainable is fantastic to me. The first thing we pull out is the tamper. Here is the tamper that we use at different times, mostly when you've got to move ingredients from the top down to the bottom of the blender. So that is included. We don't really need another tamper because if you have a Vitamix blender already, you've already got a tamper. I will compare this with my other tamper, but this is plastic. Again, we don't necessarily need more plastic. That is my opinion anyway. I think that Vitamix could leave this part out. And one of the things about the stainless steel blender is that it is an additional item. You cannot actually buy a blender with the stainless steel canister. You have to buy one of the regular blenders already, and then this is an accessory. Next, we can pull out the blender. Here it is, guys. It's a decent weight. This is also a decent weight. This one is a little bit heavier than the Tritan model, but it's not that much heavier that it makes that much of a difference, I don't think. So definitely not a deal breaker for me, that's for sure. But for some people that lifting something a little bit heavier is hard for, that is a consideration when shopping for this blender. Now this is a 48-ounce blender and the regular blender is 64 ounces. So it does have a little bit of a smaller capacity with this blender. Let's just talk about the tampers real quick. I brought out my old tamper, which is this one. The new tamper seems a little bit lighter, that's for sure. It may be a slightly different shape and size. So perhaps that's why they gave us two different tampers. So let's just try this inside of the Vitamix so that we can see how it works here. Now, could we put this one into this? Yes, we could. It looks like it would work just fine. So in my mind, I see no reason for an additional tamper. So that is just my feedback on that. I think one tamper is plenty. So now let's talk about Tritan and the material that this blender is made out of. Let's get into everything that you need to know about it. So this is a BPA-free Tritan container. Although Tritan is BPA-free, experts tell us that it actually isn't any safer than BPA plastic. And in fact, it could even be worse. Basically, all polycarbonate plastics, even if they are said to be BPA-free, release chemicals, and just like BPA does, and those chemicals are getting inside of our bodies. This means that we are now consuming everything from BPA all the way through BPZ. That is what the new generation polycarbonate plastics are made out of. Some sort of bisphenol compound that is similar, but not exactly like BPA. The plastics that have the 3 and 7 recycle codes are all predicted to affect testosterone production and estrogen receptor activity. And this includes Tritan. So basically with BPA or BPA-free, we are basically just trading one health hazard for another. So what can we do about this, guys? We can limit our exposure to these polycarbonate plastics. We can limit canned food intake because BPA linings are pretty prominent inside of canned foods. We can make sure that we're not drinking out of any polycarbonate containers, even the ones that say BPA-free or are made of things like Tritan. And instead, we can choose containers that are made out of glass or ceramic or stainless steel, and thus the Vitamix Stainless Steel Container. That is why this is so exciting, you guys. And I would guess that a lot of people were asking Vitamix to make this container because they didn't want to be using plastic to make a lot of their foods. We're going to get into the places where it is okay to use Tritan and the places where you definitely want to use stainless steel. But I do just want to let you know that I did put some links in the description. So if you want to dig into this a little bit more deeply, you certainly can go there and find some of the same information that I reviewed in preparation for this video. Next, we're going to talk about when it's okay to use the Tritan plastic blender container and when you definitely want to use the stainless steel container. But before we get into that, if you are enjoying this video and appreciating this information, then make sure that you give it a thumbs up. A little like goes a long way for me on my channel, and also it helps to get this information to the people who are looking for it. Share this video if you think someone you know would appreciate it, and also subscribe and click the little bell so that you get notified when every single video comes out. So now let's get right back to the stainless steel container and the Tritan container and when it is going to be best to use each one. So for the Tritan container, it's perfect for cold foods. It is great for short-term use if you're just gonna blend something up and take it right out of the blender pretty quickly. And it's also great for dry ingredients. You can definitely use this blender. I just wouldn't store food in it for a very long time. And the times when you definitely want to avoid the Tritan container is if you notice that it has started to get cloudy on the outside, or if it's starting to get a little bit scratched. If you notice that it feels a little bit rough on the inside, that is a sign that more of the plastic chemicals can actually be getting released into your food. Now, I got this Vitamix not too long ago, so it is relatively new, and my container actually looks really good. I'm happy to continue to use it. I don't notice any rough spots on the inside of it at all, and it doesn't look very cloudy. So I think it's still in good shape. If you do have a canister, a container that is looking cloudy or feels really scratched up, then it may be time to replace it and upgrade to a different model or go straight to the stainless steel model. Another time when you really want to avoid using the Tritan container is when you are making something hot. So if you are pureeing a soup, then the Tritan container is not going to be the best option for you because hot foods are actually promoting the release of the chemicals from the plastic container. Also, when you are making something with more acidic ingredients, like say you're making a tomato sauce and you're pureeing tomatoes in here, or you're making something with vinegar or something with oil, all of those items will help to promote the release of the chemicals in the plastic into your food. And last but not least, just don't leave your food sitting for very long inside of any of the Tritan containers. So go ahead and blend it up and then pour it into a different container that is not plastic. And that will reduce your chances of any type of exposure to the chemicals in the plastic. So that's what you need to know about the Tritan container. It is still a fine container. You can still continue to use it. Just limit it for those reasons and those types of blending situation. Let's get right back into the stainless steel container and we'll talk about all of its fantastic features. So first off, it has the Tritan lid, just like the other Vitamix models. It is a lid that is see-through, so you can see what you are blending inside of it. You can remove the lid just like all of the others, so that if you do need to pour anything into it, you can definitely do that. It is a very tight fitting lid, so that's great. We don't have to worry about any leakage or spillage or anything like that. Like we said before, it has a 48 ounce maximum with this container. It's a little bit smaller, but it works great. I think the size is sufficient for most of your blending needs. It's stain and odor resistant, which is great. I mean, it just has all of the fantastic properties of stainless steel. It's durable, it's easy to clean. You can actually put it in dishwasher and clean it that way if you want. I never do that. I always just use the clean button here on my Vitamix, and that works great. I use a little sponge afterwards and it cleans nicely. I've never had to put it in the dishwasher. And that is one thing that I would do with your Tritan container too. Don't put it in the dishwasher, because that is actually just going to cause more wear and tear on the blender, so that you are promoting more opportunity for those chemicals to be released out of it. So just hand wash it and you will preserve the life of it, and it'll be much more safe. Like we said, it's non-reactive stainless steel, which is great. It has a no drip spout, so if you did have something dark in it and you were concerned about it staining your surfaces, you don't really have to worry about that. And it is totally compatible with all of the Vitamix blender bases. You can see that it fits perfectly onto the base of my Vitamix here. It has special self-detect technology that allows your blender base to recognize when you have put the stainless steel canister onto the blender, and it will adjust its speeds accordingly to fit exactly what is required with this container versus one of the other containers. So that is really cool. I didn't even know that was possible. They've thought of everything, you guys. Can you believe it? That's what makes Vitamix such a great company. They're very thorough. They think of everything. They do their research and they create these great products for us. And I'm sure that is why they offer a 3-year full warranty. Full warranty, guys. I mean, that just tells us that they really do stand behind all of their products. The warranty covers all parts and labor and materials, and it covers shipping both ways to and from you if anything were to happen with your Vitamix blender. Lastly, I just have to say that the Vitamix has such a sleek and amazing look. I think it looks beautiful. It's gonna look great in any kitchen. I mean, clearly I've got stainless steel in my kitchen, so this blender looks really nice. I got the white base, and it looks good with the white base as well as any of the other colors. It's just a really great classic look. And the design harkens back to the beginnings of Vitamix, like I was saying earlier. When they came out with their blenders in 1937, they had a stainless steel container, and that's what Vitamix is known for. And again, I just think it's so cool that Vitamix is responding to their customers' needs and requests and providing us with exactly what we are looking for. So what is this container good for? Like, why do you want to buy it if you already have one of these containers? Well, I already went over with you the risks of using plastic. Obviously, it would be really nice if Vitamix could make a glass canister, but I think because the Vitamix machine itself is so strong and so powerful, it would be kind of dangerous if they used glass, because there would be the risk that with the powerful motor inside of this, that it could actually shatter the glass while you are blending. So I think for safety reasons, they have chosen not to do glass. They need to stick with more durable, heavy-duty materials for their blenders. So we get stainless steel, which who's complaining? I love stainless steel, and that makes this blender really great for hot foods. The other day I did make a cream of celery soup in my blender, and it turned out great. It works really, really well in this stainless steel blender. The only thing you have to be careful of is that the canister does get a little bit hot, and they did put a little warning triangle here, just letting you know that you need to be careful when you are blending something hot. The handle doesn't get hot, so that is perfect. And you can use a mitt or a pot holder of some sort if you do need to grip it with 2 hands. But it's really great for making hot soups. And then secondly, it's super good for making smoothies or milkshakes or anything that's cold. And the blender does conduct heat or the coldness. The stainless steel is very good at conducting the temperature. So it actually makes your smoothie or your milkshake even colder, which is why in ice cream shops they use stainless steel when they're making frozen products like that. So anyway, that is really cool. I haven't tried it yet, but I certainly will. Now, Vitamix does have a dry blending canister, and of course, the dry blending canister would be just fine with the Tritan plastic material, but I have heard that you can also use the stainless steel blender to make flour. Like say you wanted to make oat flour, you could put some oats in it and it would blend it up and turn it into flour just fine. So that would be a fine use for the stainless steel blender. You can also use it for making any acid foods or any of those more reactive foods if you're putting oils, vinegars, anything like that in your blender, alcohol, then using the stainless steel blender is a great choice. You can also use it to blend more tough vegetables or nuts and seeds. It's also really great for making nut milks, and that is something I would love to try as well. Again, I just got this, so the only thing I've made in it is hot soup, and that worked out very, very well. So let me just share with you about the price of this item, and then we will move right on to your preview of the Immersion Blender. So hang out with me a little bit longer and we'll get to show you that in just a second. So the price price of the stainless steel Vitamix canister is $259.95. Now, I do have a link in my description to get the Vitamix blender. That is my affiliate link. I will get a small commission if you do go ahead and purchase one of these through my link, and that just is a really nice way to support me on my channel here, support me in bringing you this really valuable and helpful information, and support me in sharing it with everyone everywhere. If you do use my link, you get a little perk too. Vitamix will give you free shipping on any of the items that you purchase through my link. So it does help out if you do use that link. You'll get a little perk as well. So I definitely recommend that if you are thinking about purchasing the Vitamix stainless steel canister. So now let's talk about Vitamix's latest release. It's so exciting, you guys, and it just came out on October 28th. It's now available on the website. It is the Vitamix Immersion Blender. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these, and it is stainless steel also. Look how beautiful it looks. It looks amazing. You can put it in glass containers, any type of container when you are making a smoothie or some other sort of drink like a latte or something like that, and you want to mix up your ingredients. You can use it in your stainless steel pots when you're making soup, so you don't have to transfer it to a blender. You can actually just blend right in the pot. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to get my hands on one of them. They are $149.95, which seems like a really great price to me. And I will put a link to the Immersion Blender on my description as well. And again, if you buy that through my link, you will get free shipping on that as well. Vitamix also does another incredible sustainable thing that I have to tell you about. They actually will refurbish any blender bases that get sent back to them. There are great deals on refurbished items. I'll put information about that in my description as well. I believe you get $20 off if you do decide to buy one of the refurbished items. So check out the description, guys, and thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad I got to share all of the great new things that Vitamix is doing. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want more videos like this. I post videos every single week, and hit the little bell so that you get notified when the next one comes out. All right, everyone, I wish you the very best of health, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care, everyone. See you soon.